I married a billionaire hotel heir who found me in a book cafe, but I didn't know I was just his plot twist. Also, please subscribe to this channel for more stories. My name is Vanessa Mayfield, and the man I married, Noah Ashbourne, taught me the cruelest kind of love, the kind dressed as a test. I met Noah at a hole-in-the-wall cafe near my university. He spilled tea on my sketchbook, then bought me a new one and offered to take me to dinner as an apology. I was studying art history, barely scraping by on scholarships and student loans. He, according to him, was a struggling novelist. Said he came from money but had stepped away from it to find purpose. I found that noble, attractive even. A man who chose love over luxury? Sign me up. 6 months later, we were engaged. A year after that, married in a tiny ceremony with mismatched chairs and paper lanterns. His family didn't come. They're not thrilled I didn't marry someone from the trust fund circuit, he said. I believed him. 3 months into our marriage, Noah came home pale. They froze my accounts, he said. I blinked. Who? My family. They think you're a gold digger. They say if I want to be with you, I have to prove it's not for the money. I laughed, thinking he was joking. He wasn't. They've cut me off. I have nothing. No cards, no job. We're going to have to move out of the condo. I was stunned. Wait, what about your writing advance? He stared at the floor. There never was one. We moved into a grimy one-bedroom above a discount liquor store. I picked up 3 jobs: barista, tutoring, and part-time design work. Noah found part-time bartending but mostly stayed home, writing on his laptop or sleeping. Every time I asked what he was writing, he waved me off. It's not ready yet. Still, I loved him. I brought home ramen and dollar store candles, tried to make our shoebox of a home feel warm. I told myself we were in this together. This was love, right? Except he changed. He stopped laughing. He started drinking more. He spent hours on the phone in hushed tones. One night I heard him arguing. She's proving the point, just give it more time. When I asked who he was talking to, he told me it was his brother, just venting. But something didn't sit right. Then came Eliza. I received a message request on Instagram at 1:22 a.m. Hey, I'm sorry to message you like this, but I think we have a problem. I've been seeing someone named Noah. He said you two were separated. My vision blurred as I scrolled through the attached photos. Hotel sheets, a wine glass, Noah's shirt on the floor, her in his arms taken in a mirror. I confronted him the next morning, my phone in hand, my hands shaking. He didn't even try to deny it. I was under stress, he said flatly. You wouldn't understand. I've been working 14-hour days to keep us afloat while you screw some stranger in a hotel? She's not a stranger, he muttered. That was it. My breaking point. I packed a bag and left, crashing on my friend Jade's couch. Jade had hated Noah from day one, called him performative and theater kid manipulative. I thought she was jealous. I stayed silent for a few days, until the call came. His mother. Vanessa, she said. Her voice was crisp, clipped, like she was talking to a housekeeper. We heard what happened. I'd hoped you'd pass the test, but clearly this has spiraled. The test? I repeated. She sighed as if I was being slow. Noah agreed to stage a financial hardship. We needed to be sure you weren't marrying him for the Ashbourne money. He's been wealthy this whole time. I felt the air leave my lungs. You orchestrated our poverty? Yes. It was supposed to last 6 months. You were doing adequately until the incident. Honestly, I expected better. I was stunned. Furious. She had no shame. You ruined our marriage for a game. No, dear, she said. You ruined it when you couldn't handle reality. Click. I stared at the wall for a long time, trying to understand how people could be so cold, how Noah could live beside me in squalor, watching me break myself to keep us afloat, while secretly being in on it. I went back to our apartment, not to talk, to destroy what remained. He was there, scrolling through his phone, eating cereal with a plastic spoon. He looked up and said nothing. I tossed the divorce papers onto the table. Sign them. He blinked. You're being dramatic. I washed hotel sheets so we could afford groceries while you played make-believe millionaire and cheated on me. It was just a test. No, I said, voice shaking. You failed. You, not me. He signed eventually, grudgingly, sloppily. I moved out that day and never looked back. But life had other plans. 2 weeks later, I got a letter. It was from a lawyer. Apparently Noah's grandmother had read my personal blog, which I'd been quietly updating with reflections on trauma and betrayal. She was livid at what the family had done and offered to fund a small art residency I dreamed about. Art deserves truth, she wrote. With the money, I traveled for 3 months. New York, Santa Fe, Edinburgh. I painted, wrote, healed. While abroad, I began writing a memoir. Fictionalized but deeply personal. I called it Fireproof. It was raw, poetic, and unsparing. When I returned, a literary agent reached out after reading a sample on Medium. Fast forward 6 months. Fireproof went viral. Book Talk lit up. Women from all over messaged me. This is my life. Thank you. And Noah? He was exposed. His mistress Eliza found out about the poverty test and went nuclear. She posted screenshots of their chats, including one where he mocked me for folding like a paper doll. His family cut him off, this time for real. His name became synonymous with manipulation and narcissism in my circles. He tried to reach out once. Email. Subject line. I miss the real us. I didn't respond. Now 2 years later, I own a gallery. My memoir is being adapted for an indie film. I give talks on emotional abuse and gaslighting. I live in a sunlit loft with 2 cats, a growing library, and finally, peace. People say forgiveness is strength. Maybe. But sometimes strength is walking away with your head held high and never letting them convince you the fire they set was your fault. And if they ever come knocking again, all they'll find is a closed door and a woman who passed the test they never saw coming.